Hi guys, in this video we're going to talk about lutein and your brain. Okay, well, like what is lutein? Well, it's a specific phytonutrient, which is a plant-based chemical part of a family of what's called carotenoids. Carotenoids, there's like over 600 different carotenoids. Lutein is one of them, and they're basically natural chemicals that give you additional health benefits, okay? Usually from vegetables and other foods as well. Specifically with lutein, it supports the retina of the eye. So if you lose the retina, you're going to have problems with vision. And the retina is like the back part of the eye, equivalent to film on a camera. Okay, so it's photosensitive. And then the brain. So lutein supports certain parts of the brain. So if you have dementia, Alzheimer's, you're probably deficient in lutein. And also lutein would be good as a preventative measure against cognitive degeneration. The brain apparently sucks up more lutein than any other phytochemical. And so it supports cognitive, it crosses the blood-brain barrier, it's protective, it's also an anti-inflammatory. It's in kale, spinach, collard greens, romaine lettuce, Swiss chard, egg yolk, yellow, orange, and green peppers. Anything very colorful, it's in there. Now, one of the things that I consume is a lot of kale. This is my blender, and I just wanted to show you how much kale I would use when I blend it. So I take about this much out of a blender. I'll fill it with water, and I will also add, I like blueberries. These are wild organic blueberries, Trader Joe's. I'll put about maybe a half of a cup to a cup of blueberries in this kale shake. I fill it with water at the top. I usually freeze the kale so it comes out a little bit better when I blend it. It's easier to blend because it breaks up easier. And then I'll also add about 1 to 2 serving size of a wheatgrass juice powder just to put the icing on the cake. And then I'll add some lemon juice in there, probably an ounce. And I'll put a teaspoon of coconut oil, okay? And I'll blend it for a while, like 4 or 5 minutes, because I really want it smooth. And I have a pretty pretty robust blender, because if you have a blender that's not very strong, it comes out too thick. It's not as creamy, and it doesn't break down as much. So you have to get a good quality blender. But the reason why we're putting the coconut oil is because lutein and all the carotenoids are fat soluble, which means that they dissolve with fats. And it needs to be fat soluble because it crosses the blood-brain barrier into the brain, which is all fat. And the retina is an extension of the brain, so it's fat soluble. So when you add a little coconut oil, you're going to absorb more lutein into your body. If you don't have a gallbladder, if you have gallbladder issues, then you would add a little gallbladder formula with it, and that would really drive it in because that has the bile salts to help emulsify and break down this fat soluble compound. And that's the same thing with a salad. If you're doing a salad, kale salad, that's why you would want to add the olive oil to add more fat in there to help you absorb more of the fat soluble nutrients. Okay? So I just wanted to kind of do a video on this to explain the importance of lutein and another reason why you should consume kale. Thanks for watching. Hey, before you leave, I just wanted to give you a little quick history on some of the books that I wrote. This was one of the first books. It's called Dr. Berg Body Shapes. It was my attempt at writing about body types. What was very interesting about this book is I actually did all the images myself. Don't ask me why. They look actually not quite as professional as some of the images that I have in the new book. But anyway, this is my first attempt right here called Dr. Berg's Body Shape Diets. And then I wrote a book more extensive called The 7 Principles of Fat Burning. I don't even have a copy anymore, actually, because it's outdated. The next book, I put about 1,000 hours into this one right here called The New Body Type Guide. Major updates on the body types. I put a lot of energy into this. It has professional images, graphics, all sorts of things. Now, the problem with this book is it doesn't really describe what this is really about. Body types are only a small portion of what's in this book. And that's why I changed the name to the Healthy Keto Plan, okay? If you happen to have this book, you don't really need this book because there's only very, very minor updates. But if you don't have this, you need to get this one right here. This book goes into every single detail that you would ever want to know about. It goes into the 7 principles of fat burning. It goes into hormones, the body types, the basic keto plan. It goes into intermittent fasting. I talk about the 10 fat burning triggers and blockers and fat burning strategies with a lot of details in every single chapter. I go into body issues that interfere with losing weight. There's very few people that just have a weight problem. They have a lot of body issues, whether it's sleeping problems, stress problems, inflammation, menopause. I cover that extensively in this book. Then I talk about how to get rid of stress, and I show you a technique. Then I get into exercising. And then I have a lot of really good recipes in this book as well. So this is a good reference guide. On my website, if you get this book, you get this one free. It's called Healthy Keto and Intermittent Fasting. This is the shortcut, quick guide to this book. And the reason I created this book is to have you, within 45 minutes, learn how to do keto, okay, in intermittent fasting, exactly what you need to do. Then you can fill in the blanks with this book right here. So right now I'm doing a special. If you get this book, you get this one totally free, or you can go to Amazon and get these individually. So I just want to clarify the difference between this book and this updated one right here. If you don't have this, you need to get this right here. That way you can get the exact correct information to do it healthily.